Artesian Builds, a company that sank its own ship because of how they treat other people, is back in the news. If you're unaware of the Artesian Builds controversy, then you've probably been living under a rock for the last couple of months. Long story short, they changed the rules of their own giveaway and absolutely screwed a smaller creator.
And there's the re-roll.
And the entire industry came up to the defense of that smaller creator, and basically Artesian Builds sunk their own ship. I don't say that metaphorically either. Have a look at this. This is a tweet that went out today from Artesian Builds' Twitter account. I'm guessing that any outlet that Artesian Builds had control of is probably legally obligated to send out this information so that everybody who's been involved with them is aware of what's happening now. So long story short, bankruptcy auction. These guys are so dead, they have to sell all their assets in order to pay some debts of some kind. Just have a look at it. Notice Artesian Builds inventory bankruptcy auction. For interested buyers and qualified bidders, please review the attached notice. Looking at the Dropbox link, obviously there's a lot of information here, but they did operate in two different places, that being Oakland, California and Durham, North Carolina. And well, apparently also up for auction are their intangible assets. And let's have a look here. What that includes is stuff like business names of Artesian Builds and Artesian Future Technology. It says it all right there. Domain names, customer lists with approximately 10,000 names, which is a lot of their buyers from the last 3 years. But here's where it gets kind of weird. Influencer list, including approximately 1,000 names and email addresses. Who knows what other information that may include, but yeah, you might get the private information of the influencers that Artesian has worked with if you buy their intangible assets. So as a privacy issue, I mean, privacy and data, like data is so desired by big companies, it makes sense that this would be for sale. But as your average person looking at this means that it's obvious now our data is getting sold. And if you're a big name, a big influencer that has worked with a company before, now more than ever, you'll know that your information can possibly be sold, and who knows what kind of emails or offers or things that you're gonna get when things like this happen. If addresses are included, even worse, possibly. I guess you also get their trademark and a receivable account in the amount of $20,500 owed to Artesian by Soft Giving. So that means that Soft Giving owes that money to Artesian. Well, I guess that could mean that if you buy this, then there's a chance that you might be able to claim that $20,500 that company owns Artesian. But yeah, contractually, I'm sure that company will find a way out or find a way to maybe pay less. So probably not as desirable as you think for that one, but that information, I could see companies, other big companies coming in and probably wanting to spend a lot on this stuff. Anyways, let's have a look at their inventory and equipment and all that. The Oakland facility was where all the bad stuff happened. The North Carolina is where it actually ran right. They got images here of all sorts of stuff, furniture, office supplies, stuff like that, but boxes of gear. And I mean, at some point, like there's their streaming area. I think that's where they stream from. At some point, you know, there'll be parts in here. There's computer cases, more computer cases. I think these are their wood cases, something like that. Let's back out of this and actually look at the list. And this is the list of Oakland computer towers, partially built custom towers, varying degrees of completion. 43. So this lot can get you 43 partially built computers. You may even get computers that were built for influencers that hadn't been ready yet. And well, that'd be kind of interesting, right? Look at all this AIOs and CPU coolers, all these ROG Strix, 360 RGB. Look at that, Kraken AIOs, Noctua coolers, Corsair AIOs, tons of cases, Height, Revolt, Lanleo 11 Dynamics. Look at all these cases here. CPUs, Ryzen 7 5700Gs, 10th gen and 12th gen i9s, 10th gen, 11th gen, i3, i5s. Ryzen 5 3600s, they got 8 of those. Unbranded plain black CPU, 62. I wonder what those might be. I mean, it's probably plain black box, so it's kind of hard to tell who that may be from. But they got 62 of them. We got drives. We got 2 terabyte SSDs, 512, 500s, 1 terabyte. Tons of fans. Look at all those fans. Look at those numbers on the fans: 30, 48, 34, 36. Just so many. They even had up here fans, interestingly enough. 36 6-pack boxes. Here we go. The graphics cards. They got kind of what I think is like maybe low numbers: 13070, 12060, or at least the EVGA kind, 13070 Ti from Gigabyte, 5 2060s. That's kind of a lot of 2060s, I guess. 5500 XT, 3060, 3070, 3080, but all like lowish numbers. So it looks like PCIe riser cables, capture cards. They had 17 1660 supers. Kind of goes to show you where the bulk of their money was being made, and that's probably on the more budget-oriented / mainstream build pricings. Yeah, so fans without RGB, 150. Probably with the fans that they pull out of cases that they get in. Okay, Noctua fans, 20. Let's see, PET G tubing, Wi-Fi stuff, tons of motherboards. Look at all these motherboards from Asus, MSI, miscellaneous built wooden cases. I think I showed you that in one of the pictures. Power supplies, tons of power supplies, EVGA, Seasonic, Cooler Master. Mostly good choices on the power supplies. Here's all the RAM that they got. They have DDR4, DDR5, G.Skill, Oloy, Kingston. Office furniture, of course. There's actually big money in office furniture, especially if the chairs, office chairs, 28. Imagine if those are Steelcase or Herman Miller. That's a lot of money. And then miscellaneous Razer mouse, reception desk, small monitors. You get 20 of those. So yeah, lots of equipment. I'll leave a link down in the description to this tweet, by the way, so you guys can have a look. But I was aware that the North Carolina facility has even more and better stock. Look at the numbers are way higher over here. Ryzen 5 3600, they got 11 of those. 36 5900s. I assume they mean 5900X. There's a 10900K. That's the 10 core, I believe. 25 of those. 11600K. They had 100 i3 10100s. Dang. Wow, you can see the numbers here. There's a 12th gen 12700K, 20 of those. 12600K is 28 of those. Bunch of power supplies. I love this. Gigabyte Fire Hazard horrible 750 watt PSUs, 90 of those. Oof. I love the fact that they even wrote it out like that. That's hilarious. But man, look at these numbers and all the inventory that they had here. Dark coolers, AIOs. It's so much more than the Oakland facility. If you look at the graphics cards, 14 2060s. The 2060s again. Guess that backs up my sort of mainstream budget build idea there. 3080s, 4 of those, 3080 Ti's, 5 1650s, 2 1660is, 15 3060s, and then a ton of drives, a ton of fans, and then to the office stuff. Supposedly the auction for all this is happening in a few days. I believe it says here in the information, the finalization of it will be July 7th at 2 p.m., but that's not the auction date. That's when they go to approve all the bidders and the auctions and finalize the sales and stuff. I believe it's on the June 21st. I'm not sure where it says it here. I was looking at it earlier, but yeah, it was also brought to my attention that this sort of bidding isn't for all this stuff individually or piecemeal. You can't just go in and put a bid on a single 3080. That's not how this is going to work. From what I understand, that you're bidding on the lots separately. So there's the Oakland lot, there's the North Carolina lot, and then there's the intangibles lot. And if you want any part of this, you have to buy the entire lot. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars more than likely. So only the big boys are going to come out to play for this one, unfortunately, but hopefully something good can come of it. This just goes to show you, as a company, you're never above anybody. You're never above your customers, and you're never above treating other people with respect and civility. And the sad part is that many people lost their jobs and got put into harsh situations because of the moves of one man, Noah Katz. It's his fault that the entire company came under scrutiny and eventually sunk, and all because he treated one person badly. It really shows you that, like, sometimes one person is all it takes, and that's it. So I hope that whether professionally or personally, this situation has opened the eyes to many people, and many people have hopefully learned a lesson from all this. It's absolutely crazy how all this turned out after how it started. So with that said, my name is Chris, this is Coalition Gaming, and I hope you guys liked this video, enjoyed it, found it entertaining. I don't normally do content like this, but hey, I saw an opportunity, I wanted to talk about this, and here we are. Let's talk about this live on stream as well at twitch.tv/Coalition Gaming Crew. I stream every Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific. I may even be live right now as you're watching this video. So swing on by, let's talk tech, let's talk artesian builds and bankruptcy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out for now, bye.